What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. With the Royal Rumble right around the corner, we had a pretty good episode of Monday Night Raw. What did you think of the show, Matthew?
Dude, the Royal Rumble is right down our necks. I cannot wait. With actually the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, this is going to be certainly something interesting. We actually found out who is going to be there. A few legends, nonetheless, especially a good few matchups. United States Championship match, steel cage match, nonetheless. Actually, we'll get to that later on during the uh, the recap. The way they opened up Monday Night Raw was very interesting. The whole show overall was just, I think, phenomenally booked. Everything was just very smooth flowing. We open up with the Usos, Solo Sikoa headed to the ring. Kind of talked a little trash before Judgment Day comes out responding that they will claim the Raw Tag Team titles, which is actually going to happen on Raw next week. Fight breaking out as Solo Sikoa was about to take a shot actually at Rhea Ripley, who stands up for Dominic. Mustafa Ali comes flying on the top turnbuckle to take him down as Ali and Solo Sikoa are scheduled to have a matchup, which is next. You know, the crowd's behind Ali. It's just not doing it for me, man. I see what they're doing here, but Ali does. It's not like he deserves better, but there's just something lacking.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
something
absolutely.
lacking. After avoiding a 450 splash, Sikoa hits a Samoan spike for the win. Kevin Owens actually comes in and takes him out with a stunner. This is great storytelling. I love what they're doing with the Bloodline and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns, and it's just it's gold.
Absolutely, man. This was a great opening segment to Monday Night Raw. We had Dominic taking some cheap shots at the Usos with
Oh,
opening promo saying that they don't know what jail can do to a person. He's a whole different guy now. And then Rhea Ripley standing up to Solo Sikoa, man. I didn't expect that, but I'm here for it.
I did either. That was certainly something interesting, and the crowd had it. The crowd wanted it. The crowd certainly did, especially when anything comes to Rhea Ripley. Our next matchup was a tag team match: Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. So MVP actually walks to the ring as the show was cutting to a break. He was kind of a little too late. He tried to interfere on Cedric's behalf and ended up making the final look a little awkward. I see what he was trying to do. Actually caused the both Cedric and Shelton to take the L. Kind of a mix up there. It didn't look completely like MVP's fault. I see what they were trying to do there. Street Profits took the W. But I'm not sure what's going to happen on that end with Cedric and Shelton and MVP and the Hurt Business. It didn't really make sense. If anything, it made them want to go against MVP a little bit more. But I don't know if it was part of the booking. It looked like it certainly was. Not really sure, but that's going to definitely be cleared up next week.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one thing is, certain we're gonna have to see Cedric and Shelton back on the tag team roster because they definitely get a pop when they go out there, man. And whether it's joining the Hurt Business again, I definitely think they should get a run as a tag team because the crowd certainly seems behind them.
Oh no, absolutely. I completely agree with you. I completely agree. Put them to tag team gold, man. Honestly, that would be gold. Our next matchup, it actually was a segment from MVP and Elias running in backstage, leading MVP to getting Elias booked in a match against the man he claims will win the men's Royal Rumble. All right, MVP comes out. You're gonna take on this man. It's Omos.
Oh man, what a
It's
shocker!
not like I was expecting Bobby Lashley. I mean, I think we all were, you know, but Bobby Lashley's in the main event tonight. But interesting. I think Omos is going to be part of the Hurt Business when everything is all said and done. Elias tried to grab his guitar to use on MVP as MVP was trying to attack Elias with his cane. Omos grabbed it, smashed it on the ground. Omos grabbed him and just hit him with a nice choke slam to get the win. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just what's going on with Elias, man? It's I don't know.
Yeah,
Booking's got to go 50-50, but it just kind of went 100-0 for Elias, to be honest with you.
yeah, he had his
All
one
in
comeback.
Omos's favor.
He had his one comeback week where he's picked up the W. Ever since then, it's been L after L after L. And you know what? He's got so much talent. They got to figure out something for him for sure.
I think so. I think it's just kind of let the time tick a little bit and let this Hurt Business storyline kind of bubble over. They need somebody to kind of, soak up the blows. And I think they're choosing Elias. But you know what? It is what it is. Elias can make the best out of everything. Our next was a tag team match: Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest taking on Gable and Otis. After I think last week it was a tag team turmoil bout, which was Damian Priest landed basically an hour in that match. So Damian certainly was feeling the battle wounds of that match going into this match. Dom and Gable beginning the match. Dude, Dominic Mysterio, just everything going on with him with that thug BS. I can't
Oh, it's
take him
great.
serious, but
It's
it
great.
honestly it's just so funny. It's just stupid. It's so funny.
It's so great, man. It really is. It definitely added a new level to his character, and he's definitely making the most of it. And the Judgment Day, I think they're gonna get those Raw Tag Team Championships next week. You heard it here first.
I think so. I didn't expect to see Otis and Gable take the W, and that's what didn't happen. Gable had the match won basically before Rhea Ripley, who was ringside, distracted the ref so Damian could hit a choke slam. Dom made the cover for the pinfall win. Nice to have Dominic take the W for the team. But oh man, I just can't get over this Dominic Thug BS.
Oh, it's so great, man. It really is.
Oh boy, especially the Usos versus the Judgment Day this coming week on the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. It's going to be certainly interesting. Io Sky and Mia Yim battle next. Candice LeRae was on Mia Yim's side, of course. Io Sky had somebody on her side, of course. It wasn't Bailey. Bailey actually didn't accompany to the ring. All right, this is interesting. Bailey, they kind of made it an even matchup. It was Dakota Kai. She actually almost costed her the match. Candice LeRae taking Dakota Kai down on the ring apron as she was trying to cause the match. Not a DQ, but just kind of a interference. Kind of helped Mia Yim clear the ring. The Poison Pixie, man. I was happy to see her take part in the show, especially if it wasn't even for wrestling. Mia Yim took the W. Kind of clearing the ring of damage control. You know what? I like seeing the faces on top, to be honest with you. I'm not tired of damage control, but just something's not working for me. Bailey, I don't know what it is. Just it's not working.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck in between. We think Bailey should definitely be going for that Raw Women's Championship.
Yep.
The other half of Damage Control has those Women Tag Team Championships, but they kind of seem to be falling flat. One thing is, though, I do think the Poison Pixie, man, she's going to make one hell of a statement in the Royal Rumble. I can see her going pretty far.
I think so too. Speaking of going pretty far, this went out into the crowd. Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair had a quick segment in the ring that led to a fight that actually led to Uncle Howdy under one of the breezeways in the entrance arena where the fans go in and out of with smoke, blue lights. Uncle Howdy before Bianca Belair was going to put Alexa through two little chairs. Just phenomenally written. Everything was done with perfect timing. It was so cool. I was expecting to see Uncle Howdy tonight, and that's exactly what we got. So our next matchup was Akira Tozawa and Bronson Reed. Quick matchup. All right. So what happened here earlier on in the night? Akira Tozawa ran up to Adam Pearce saying he's entering the Royal Rumble. Adam Pearce just says, we can't hand everything out like that. You can't always get what you want. He says, you know what? I'll give you a matchup and maybe this will, inch you closer towards the Royal Rumble. And Akira Tozawa comes out. Out comes Bronson Reed. Phenomenal match. Honestly, a really, really good match. I think he is at the beginning of a nice little push. Bronson Reed. Reed was able to secure the win with a huge splash, a tsunami, man. Corey Graves just loves it. He goes crazy over this. Akira Tozawa looks like he's most likely not going to enter the Royal Rumble. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see about Tozawa, but I do think you're right about Bronson Reed. I see big things in his future. He's certainly a Triple H guy, and push him right to the top. That's what I say.
I think so. Absolutely. Speaking of pushing right to the top, let's talk about the winner of our main event. 6-man elimination singles match for a shot at Theory next week during the 30th anniversary of Raw. Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Finn Balor, Miz, and DZ, Dolph Ziggler. Also Austin Theory, who actually joined commentary for this matchup. Miz actually ended up being the first man out after Rollins hit him with a stomp. Then Balor and Corbin actually worked together. Cute little alliance. All right. With Lashley recovering outside the ring. A little chaotic here and there, but you know what? The match was awesome. Ziggler was the second man who found himself being eliminated, followed by Balor, then Baron Corbin, left Lashley and Rollins. Um, Omos actually comes out with MVP, throwing Rollins over the announcer's table. Remember, no disqualifications, anything goes in this matchup. Lashley actually seemed confused inside the ring to see Omos and MVP ringside. Theory actually ended up knocking him down with the championship, and then Rollins took out Omos, and Bobby Lashley went to go spear Seth Rollins as he walks back or slides back in the ring, and actually hits a phenomenal spear. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley is headed to the 30th anniversary of Raw. Omos and MVP just sitting ringside, just kind of clapping for Bobby. Now that did it for me.
Oh
That did.
man, this was awesome. It really was.
Oh,
It got us thinking the Hurt Business it could come back together with the addition of Omos. Now that could be one vicious stable, that's for sure.
but
It got,
let's talk about it before
yeah.
we go to her. If we have the Hurt Business, especially with Omos, who's going to take them on? Judgment Day? I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see, man. Definitely got me curious. That storyline with Alexa Bliss and Uncle Howdy, it's got me also revved
Mm.
up and excited to see what happens next. The storylines on Monday Night Raw were absolutely phenomenal this week. Let us know what you guys thought about this week's show. And we got a good show coming for Monday Night Raw next week. We'll certainly have a recap for you, but we will see you Saturday for a SmackDown recap. Until then, peace out.
Peace.